If the Bears take Caleb Williams, ...
Mm-hmm.
Finish that.
If they take him, I would be. You better be under the understanding that you're going to sit him this year, and that's not going to happen. So
why would you sit him?
Well, because 75% of what he made him so great in college is not transferable to the NFL. He's not going to be able to do that. He can't do what he did in college 75% of the time and be successful at the NFL level. He can do the 25% part at the NFL level, but he needs some time. He needs to get under center. He needs to understand how to throw on time, on platform, from the pocket. What he can do off platform is what makes him so exciting, because he may be one of the most talented quarterbacks in this year's draft and many in the past year's draft. But he is a guy that I don't think can be a starter on day one. And I think they wanted to do that with Justin Fields, but like any team that drafts any quarterback in the top 5, you're expected to play immediately. And unfortunately, I don't think he's a starting quarterback this year. I think the two guys that I would put some faith in to be a starting quarterback this year would be probably Jaden Daniels and Michael Penix Jr. Those are the two guys I could see being a first-round pick that could start this season.
Not Drake May.
No, I got Drake May as a second-round guy. I see him in very same mold as Will Levis, which clearly worked out well for Will. None of the anchor he had to carry from being a first-round pick. Got the opportunity to sit, and when he took the opportunity, made the most of it, he's now their franchise quarterback. I see him very similar mold, those two.
You love Penix.
I do love Michael Penix Jr. And it's tough for me to say, being a Washington guy, Washington State. So I just think he is the most accurate down-the-field passer I've seen come out of college, and I can't tell you when.
But you think he could start?
Yeah, I think he could be a starting quarterback, depending on what scheme he gets in. And the good thing for him is that not a lot of people are giving him a ton of credence. I think he may have moved the needle a bit at the combine, because he was special. He has the strongest arm of all the quarterbacks in the field this year. He's the most accurate down the field. He is a winner. The thing that was weighing him down was the medicals. People kept going back to that. 2 catastrophic injuries that ended season in Indiana. Well, he passed the medicals with flying colors. I didn't get injured during college, yet I got injured immediately in my second year in the NFL. You have no idea how that's going to play out. If you're going to start registering injury, being injury prone, you're going to go crazy thinking about all that stuff. So yeah, he's my number one guy. I've been on him for 2 years now, and I haven't moved off my spot. The national championship is going to be something that's going to weigh him down a little bit because of how good the defense was.
Well, they under pressure, he didn't do well at all.
No, but I don't know if there's a more of a counter or polarizing difference of a national semifinal game to how good he was to how bad he was in the national championship. Yeah. And that could be a little bit concerning. It was the worst possible time for him to have his worst game as a pro. But
that was an elite defense. That was a spectacular defense. And then you got JJ McCarthy. I'm fixated on JJ McCarthy. I think it's
the most fascinating part of it.
I don't get it.
I get why people would think he could be good. He's a 5-star kid out of Illinois. He goes to Michigan. He's lost 3 games his entire career in high school and college. He's a winner. But how can a guy who's Superman for you in a game, let's say against Penn State, where Jim Harbaugh he's out and suspended, they don't ask him to throw the ball once in the second half. Yeah. I know he was banged up a little bit, but I mean, I don't care. There's something that throws me off a little bit with that I'd be like, well, do we venture to risk a first-round draft pick on a guy that can be literally put on the shelf for a half against one of your biggest rivals in conference play? So I have him as a second-round guy. Again, we all know that there are not 32 necessarily first-round grades to go around. The quarterbacks are always given more. I think Penix Jr. could easily be a guy that we see what Baltimore did a few years back with Lamar Jackson, jumped back up into the first round, got a guy with a 5th-year option. I think Penix could be that guy late in the first round. Wouldn't surprise me if JJ McCarthy goes earlier than that. I don't know if it's necessarily warranted, but again, if you fall in love with somebody, they'll go do it.